Hey Santa Sprints, this is Grissom Green Power's presentation. In the top left of the video, you'll find a photo of our team along with a small outline so you know who's who in the photo. Keep in mind, we do have one, Ethan Howard, that is not present in this photo because he was on the phone with a potential sponsor. So he just couldn't make it. In the bottom left of the screen, you will find a organizational structure, which is just a fancy way of saying who is in what job, what their task is, what their part on the team is. Moving to the middle, you'll find our team's income and expenditures on my left, and you'll find our financial and sponsorship plans on my right. Now, it may be a little small, so you feel free to pause the video and look at all of it. However, I will be hitting a few main points of each just to move this along. For income and expenditures, you can see in the photo, it was around $600 at the time when we were making the PowerPoint. However, at the time of making this video, it has increased to around $1,000 because of our new sponsor, Spry Funeral Homes. Our expenditures were around $60 in the beginning of the season. However, that has now increased to around $200, $250 because of new cars, new tires for our cars, along with we bought carbon fiber filament so we can try and reprint some items on the car to make it just a little bit smaller, or not smaller, lighter. Now for our financial and sponsorship plans, we have 3 sponsors at the moment, Invariant Corporation, Jason Pletch, Exit Total Realty, and Spry Funeral Home and Crematory. We get different amounts. I'm not quite sure because that's not my job. However, I do know from all of those companies, we have gained around $1,000. We also, as a team, are fundraising ourselves. We set up a little table outside of our Green Power room, actually, and we sell Dunkin' Donuts and Chick-fil-A sometimes to just the students at Grissom High School, just to try and raise money. Moving on to our car presentation, we do have 2 cars, so it is a little difficult to do it. So therefore, I'm just going to go through them one by one, and we'll see how that works.
Now, there are multiple different places on our car that are very important to success on the track. Starting with our modified car Shadow 314, there is motor cooling, organization, specifically with the wiring near the back of the car where our batteries are placed in and out, the body paneling or the weight of the body paneling, and the drive chain. Now, these are all very important for various different reasons. The motor cooling, so that way it prevents excessive drainage of the battery power. The organization, so that way we can easily put batteries in and out of the car, as well as identify and replace problem wiring in the car. The weight of the body paneling, so that way we can make our car more lightweight and move faster. And then the drive chain, which will allow for the faster rotation of the wheel, as well as not draining too much power from the battery and not overheating the motor too much. Now, we've had problems with these issues or with these areas of the car in the past, and a way we have found to fix these problems is, well, we are experimenting with a couple different ways to fix these problems. For motor cooling, we're experimenting with nacoducts, which is just a direct way to get flowing air directly to the motor. To do this, we would have to box off the back of our car almost completely and have the nacoducts trap the flowing air in the back and then drain out of the back of the car. Nacoducts also help with air resistance because it just traps the flowing air and not the turbulent air on the outside. Now, organization, in order to fix this, we have started labeling our wires and what each wire does and where it leads. And we've also pushed our wires to the side, as you can see in the bottom left hand. Now the body paneling of our car, we have actually changed our body paneling to a lightweight carbon fiber instead of our thick plastic that we used to have. Um, for our drive chain this year, we've been experimenting with a couple of different drive chains, trying to find the perfect one that doesn't kill our battery too quickly, but also allows for our car to move at a faster pace. We are still experimenting with that. We think we've found one, but we are still experimenting. Moving on to our stock car, Connie. We can't do as much with Connie because it is a stock car, but so a bunch of this is kind of the same thing. However, uh, one thing that is different is the nose cone. Um, we've always had a problem with our nose cones. Uh, they've been either tearing up or just falling off of the car, or they're not really built properly. They're also very old. So this season we have been looking into a way or to creating a better mold for the nose cone so we can make it more aerodynamic and durable. Um, and the nose cone is very important because it allows for more aerodynamics, and it allows the air to brush over and past our car versus instead of just slamming into it and slowing us down and creating that air resistance and drag. Um, Now, data collection is very important. We collect data from 3 different areas of our car: the starting and ending voltage, the motor temperature, and then the tire pressure. And data collection is very important because it allows for our team to better understand and evaluate the car's performance. And this allows for more effective problem solving and quicker problem solving. Um, this data collection can also be represented through graphs and charts, which is what we do. We used to have a notebook that we would keep it all in, but we ended up losing it. And so we ended up just putting it all on Google spreadsheets, which have been tied to graphs. And that will be shown in the next slide. As you can see, we have the graphs of our motor temperatures and our starting and ending voltages, as well as our tire pressure for both Shadow and Connie. Grissom Green Power will see you at the finish line.